Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Comic Book Nerd. And in today's video, we have a big time update on the future of the X-Men in the MCU. We also have an update on Marvel Studios' X-Men 97 that we are going to go over in today's video. So, two really big, important X-Men information news to go over today. But first, if you are new to the channel, you already know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. As we are on the road to Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, consider hitting that sub button so you don't miss out on any of the news, leaks, and rumors regarding both of those films. We talk about those pretty much on a daily basis. So, hitting the sub button is the number one way you can support us here at the channel, but is also the number one way you can keep up with all of the latest news, leaks, and rumors as well. So consider smashing that button. Thank you all so much for watching, and without further ado, let us hop into this Marvel Studios X-Men 97 and X-Men update. So we'll start off with the X-Men 97 update, as that one was today. We will talk about the new details on the Marvel Studios X-Men team / film here in a second. But according to Christopher Gallinaro, the big news coming out of the Tribera Film Festival today: X-Men 97 Season 2 will have its world premiere over here, which is honestly crazy, so it might release sometime in June/July. So, again, there you have it. That is the big time news regarding X-Men 97 Season 2. Season 1 ended with an absolute bang, and I cannot wait for X-Men 97 Season 2. So, again, this second season of X-Men 97 is the one I'm looking forward to the most, because X-Men 97 Season 1 ended with them teasing Apocalypse. So I'm very curious on how they are going to go with that storyline on the animation side of things, because they could do so much with those characters and don't even have to tie that into the overall story of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So again, that is the big news coming out of Disney Plus today, as X-Men 97 is going to have its world premiere in June, and the series is now expected to release later this summer, possibly in July. So, something to keep of note when it comes to the Marvel Studios Disney Plus side of things today. Speaking of which, it is Daredevil Born Again episode number 6 release date. So, hit the sub button. Tomorrow we will have our episode breakdown. Stay tuned for that, with the sets up for the MCU, all of that stuff. Stay tuned for that, because tonight we have a big time episode when it comes to Daredevil. However, we have some new details on the X-Men 97 updates from Insider The Cosmic Circus, as they state that the X-Men reboot is going to follow a younger team. The story will have a coming-of-age focus. The original 5 X-Men will be the main group. It will likely include the core 5 plus a few extra members, and Wolverine is not going to be a part of this team. And a couple of these make a lot of sense, right? Marvel Studios has had success with the formula of building up a team, as we've already seen them build up the Avengers that way in the MCU. So, Marvel Studios does have experience when it comes to building up a team. If they do it the right way, I think this is going to sit well with a lot of audiences. Yes, we're probably not going to get solo X-Men story movies like we did in the Infinity Saga, where we got Iron Man, where we got Captain America 1, Thor 1, those type of stories, but we will, of course, be introduced to this new team kind of right out of the gate. Kind of a, hey, they've always been there type of thing. And of course, it makes a lot of sense for us to be doing this, because after Avengers Secret Wars, we're going into a soft rebooted MCU to where they can do whatever they want. And they do want to try and spice things up. So again, the first point does make a lot of sense with how successful the Avengers have been built up already in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and ultimately I can't wait to see what they do with the X-Men. Another point that makes a lot of sense is that this X-Men team is going to include the original 5, right? Cyclops, Jean Grey, Beast, Rogue, Iceman. All of these guys make a lot of sense. And as for the other few members, I really do think we are probably going to get Deadpool joining the X-Men universe. The X-Men team rather. There has been a lot of jokes made in Deadpool 2 and in Deadpool 3 about how Deadpool is not going to go to the X-Men. And there have been a lot of jokes in Deadpool 2 even where the X-Men actually cameoed in his film, to where he was making that kind of point, hey, the Disney is so cheap, right? They're not gonna put a whole X-Men cameo in my movie, and they ultimately do. I think those, you can go back to those ultimately and most likely add Deadpool into the lineup, and he could provide a lot of experience to this X-Men squad. He's going to be one of the key members of Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, while also he is going to be a key prominent figure moving forward in the Marvel Cinematic Universe when it comes to the X-Men and when it comes to the mutants, because the mutants are going to want to find their way in the MCU. And honestly, Deadpool is probably just going to be like, hey, you just got to do you. That's what I've been doing for so long. It's been working out so far, and ultimately the people of Earth are going to like you. So again, ultimately, I think this makes a lot of sense for Marvel Studios to do. I also think that Deadpool 4 is on the horizon as well, and we've heard rumors that this is going to be one final team-up movie with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. So maybe they send off Wolverine in a very cinematic way there at the end of Deadpool 4, and that is the reason that we do not get Hugh Jackman's Wolverine in the X-Men team, and that is why we don't get Wolverine in the X-Men squad for a while, is because they want to put that on the back burner, kind of built this guy up, of course, with Hugh Jackman, and now they don't just want to rush into things, kind of like what they're doing with Black Panther as well. So, again, a lot of these points are making sense for Marvel Studios, and the X-Men team is shaping up to be just like the comic books, and ultimately, I am here for it. But you guys, let me know, of course, your thoughts on this video in the comments down below. How excited are you for the X-Men reboot? How excited are you that of course, the original 5 are going to be the main squad? I'm really excited to see what they could do with Cyclops and Rogue. I think those two characters are going to be the most important of the group to get down. Sadie Sink is already playing Jean Grey, of course, or at least I fully believe she is in Spider-Man Brand New Day, that they are just saving that for the film. So, again, a lot of this makes sense, and a lot of it is shaping up in a very nice way for the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Hit that sub button, leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. Once again, let me know where you stand on this in the comments down below. Subscribing is the #1 thing you can do to support us here at the channel to keep up with all of the latest news, leaks, rumors, as we are on the road to Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Thank you all so much for watching this video, Daredevil finale, or Daredevil episode number 6 tonight. Thank you all so much for watching this one. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.